Well, Chris, we spoke last month and you were desperate to have a big fight in December. You've got that. How pleased are you to get this fight over the line?
I'm excited, man. This is a fight that has been talked about for a long time. The fans have been asking for it, and it's personal. Usually these fights are not personal for me. I go into fights very neutral. This is not a neutral fight. He's talked a lot, and like I said, he's going to have to pay for what he said.
Talk us through the preparations for this fight, because it will just be 8 weeks since your last fight when you step into the ring against Liam Williams. So I guess you've just been in constant camp.
Yeah, I took a week or two off after my last fight, and then straight back in. So it's been non-stop pretty much, but it's been good. When I started back again after a week or two, it was I came in at a good level, and I got 5 solid weeks to train for this one. I'm feeling strong. I'm close to my weight already. Didn't put on any weight, so all systems go.
And how do you reflect on that last fight you had? Because the previous fight against Marcus Morrison, you wanted to get the rounds in. That fight, you wanted to make a statement. Do you feel like you did that?
Did I make a statement? Listen, I won. The guy quit on his stool. There's nothing I could do about that. But it was good while it lasted. I was kind of just getting into it, finding my rhythm. He came out southpaw, which he's never done in his entire career. So that kind of I had to adapt to that. And then I started hitting him to the body, and he came over to me at the end of the fight. He said, I think you popped my rib. You popped a rib. So he had to give up. So it is what it is. Was it a statement? I guess it was a statement. I won the fight. Didn't take any damage. Didn't get any injuries, and I'm ready for this one.
This fight against Liam Williams, you mentioned it's personal. Why do you feel it's personal?
Just for the things that he said online. And the funny thing is, he didn't have the balls to say any of it here. Keyboard warrior. That's what Liam Williams is. He's got very big thumbs. That's it.
You've never been afraid to take on a challenge or travel in your career. So going to Cardiff, nothing's going to faze you there, will it?
No. If it's a hostile crowd, if it's a pro Williams crowd, it's not going to affect me. If anything, it'll actually probably make me fight better. It's one of those things where you've just got to block it out. It doesn't matter where you're fighting. It doesn't matter if the crowd's behind you or against you. You've got a job to do, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
And do you feel like victory on December the 11th guarantees you a world title shot at the start of next year, ideally?
That is the plan, yes. There's some big fights out there to be made. Not that this isn't a big fight. This is a big fight domestically, but we're talking about world level for a world title. There's some big fights that can be made in 2022. And this fight will set me up nicely for those opponents.
The big question we've been asking this week on talkSPORT is Chris Eubank Jr. world level? What's your take on that? The man himself.
I'm not even going to answer that question. You know what I'm going to say about that. I've proved it time and time again. In 2022 there will be a world title around my waist. That's for sure.
We look forward to seeing that, Chris. Finally, I wanted to ask you about Canelo. He's going to go up a weight twice. He's going to become, or aim to become, a 5-weight world champion. Do you think he can do it at cruiserweight?
I don't know who he's fighting at cruiserweight. I don't know how competent the guy is. But if he's not world class, or if he's not at a high level, even though he has a world title, then it can be done. But it's not a fight that people are going to be interested to watch. I read the guy's name online. I've never heard of him. So it's not a big fight. It's not a fight that fans are going to really get behind. It's just because it's at cruiserweight. Really, he needs to be fighting the names. He needs to be fighting the guys that the fans want to see, and the fans have been wanting to see me fight him for years now. We're going to be pushing for that fight 100% after I take out Williams.
So once you get a world title, you want to take on someone like Canelo, or do you feel like you beat
Absolutely,
Williams?
Absolutely. Why not? I'm not the type of guy to back down from a challenge. I'm not the type of guy to go in there and try and survive, which is what all these guys are doing. They're running around the ring, they're dancing around the ring, trying not to get knocked out. You've never seen me ever do that in my entire career. I would take it to him, and that's what fans want to see. That's what fans need to see. They need to see him under pressure, not just getting his own way the whole time. So yeah, get me in there with him, and we'll see what happens.